My name is Lahna. I'm the owner and founder of Her Society. I first started out as a shoe fix, which was 8 years ago, and then I just totally transformed and had to change, and we moved more into clothing because clothing's more fun. I started off coming from Vietnam as a refugee, as a really young small baby, and we had to leave because my father was going to be executed. So with that, we literally had to run for our lives, and I ended up in the Malaysian refugee camp at the age of, I was probably about 6 months old. And then at 9 months old, that's when I came to Canada for a better life and for a better future. So since growing up in Canada, it was really tough being an immigrant, not speaking the language. I experienced a lot of really difficult and challenging things for a child to go through, but it really turned me into the person that I wanted to be. I chose to learn from them, to be positive. It was really tough growing up without a support system. I had left home at 13 years old, so that is a really tough thing to go through. Being homeless at 13, not having a safety net. I persevered. I went through my stuff. I did my work on myself. I did the internal deep dive. And I really asked myself those questions. Who do I want to be? What do I want for my life? What do I deserve? Am I worthy? I actually sat with all of that stuff for a really long time. I was lost. I wanted to be happy, and I wanted to be loved. And because I wanted that, I needed to love myself first. I did come out of a place of victimhood. It was easy for me. I was so young, so I didn't know any other way. I read a lot of books. I did whatever I can just to get myself going and get myself on that path, on that journey of self-discovery and self-love. It did take a long time, but I still made that choice and I was committed to it. And I was 15, I did try suicide. I ended up in the hospital. The turning point for me didn't happen until I was about 18, 19 years old. And that was the moment when I consciously made a decision to change my life. And what that meant was getting myself into school. And even that, I had challenges. I dropped out of school grade 8, middle of grade 8, and I never went back to high school. So, the proficiency tests to get into these private schools and colleges, I was really scared, but I figured out a way. I did not give up. At the age of 23, I took a course at PCIT, which is this entrepreneur course, and I finished it. So business was on my mind at a very young age, and I knew that that was something that I wanted to work towards. My personal development with myself didn't really end. It never ended. Things got a lot better, yes, but still it was quite the journey. So when I was ready to do business, I think I was in my 30s. So I founded Shoe Fix, and then we changed to Her Society. Just with how the business is going and being flexible and moving with the business and moving with the changes and what people wanted, I had to adapt, and I was more than willing to, because my clients are everything to me. I love them. They're just so great. I literally love everyone that walks through the door, and that's because I understand from my perspective and my history that you never know who you're talking to, who you're gonna run into that day, and how would you like to be treated every time you had an encounter with a stranger. I wanted to create this atmosphere of positivity and strength and a support system. And that's something, I didn't have when I was younger, right? I built that in myself. So now I want to also create that space so that if there is, a girl or a woman or anybody really who could benefit from being in a positive environment or with a great loving collective. Wouldn't that be great? So I've built this community and everybody is so supportive of each other. Running a store and doing social media is a lot. I can't do both. And when I do something, I want to put my all into it because it means so much. The quality and the attention and the connections are more important to me than anything. I've sold clothes for 8 years. The clothes will still sell, but what I want to do is sort of create that connection, create and sort of put these pieces of puzzles together so that they kind of work as one. And that's what clothing has been for me. And for many women and for many girls out there, clothing for us is, in that moment, that Cinderella moment, sometimes like everything. You know, I see so many clients coming in and when they get that perfect, that right dress on, they look like Cinderella. They feel like Cinderella. And I think and I feel that we all should be feeling like that the majority of our time. Now we're starting to do a featured video, which I call Her Society Girls, and in that what we're doing is I'm going to bring up and feature a woman or a girl in our society who has something unique about her, and we all have something unique about us, but sometimes that uniqueness gets overlooked or overshadowed, and I don't believe in that. Like I said, everyone I meet, there's something about them that I just get so excited about, and I love that about them. So I really want to show other people too that it's okay to be you. It's okay to be unique. Hell, it's better to be unique and different than just to be like everybody else. And then also more of a deep dive podcast for every guest, just so that I have that space to talk with them and to share with you guys a little bit more of what they went through. I'm really excited.